it's so pretty with the purple light. Like, this is just... wow.
Pitch up slightly.
Hold on. Hold on. Pitch up slightly, pitching up. Tell me when to stop.
Right stop. Throttle on.
Hmm? This purple haze with the red from the nebula behind it.
Alright, fly straight and level a sec. Just wanna... Oh, that's a really good one.
You see the second sun? Sorry, you see the sun in the distance?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get.
Okay, so where was I gonna go again? System map. God damn it.
Very nice.
It wouldn't launch unless I pointed it towards the damn thing. Finicky fucking ship. See if you can land somewhere that you can get the black hole visible in the distance. How far out is the black hole? I have no idea. But if the other things are by reference, it's pretty goddamn far away, Flare. I don't know if I'm gonna fly out to that. Can I please just go straight? Yes, thank you, ship.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scanned
Biological
complete.
and geological. So let's see. Biological 2, geological 30. I'm gonna check out biological first. Look at... This is beautiful, though. Look at the colors.
That's pretty insane.
Biological signal 1 and 2 is on the other side of the planet. Is there any geological on our side? That's not in the dark. There it is. This is such a tiny rock. We're not even in orbital. Oh yeah, I guess we are.
Orbital flight engaged.
It's so damn small. Welcome to Little Big Planet. Oh, look at that canyon over there.
Yeah, fly down in it.
Uh-huh. Look at this. This is really cool.
Go to the bigger one to your right. To your
Well, there's a biological signal. Sorry, a geological signal where we're heading. And I can reroute easily. It's like a ring. This planet is like candy, like cotton candy colored.
Oh, I see it. It's like, what do we got here? Some ice geysers.
Looks like it. It's just residual smoke.
I think you can scan it from the ship, right?
That's what I'm trying to do, but it doesn't seem to. It's inconsistently recognizing that there are things there. Damn it, gravity.
Oh, Matt, look. Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
There's so many colors. Why are there?
Planet. Look at the planet above you.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping to see. Jeez. Biological and geological entry. Sulfur dioxide gas vent.
Landing gear deployed.
Call that a landing? Gosh.
Landing gear retracted.
This is by far my favorite system in this trip.
It's pretty incredible.
This was just the geological site. This wasn't the biological site, so I'm wondering.
Cannot comply. Frame shift drive charging. Four, two, one, engage.
Okay, so bio. Where are you? Because I found that there aren't very many biological signals logged in this area. Like, at all. So I'm wondering if I can be the first one to identify them in this particular place. I found that, like, the other place that we were at, I was the first one to detect biologicals in that system. So I'm wondering if I can do the same here. Candy Crush turned into a planet. Yes. Planet Candy Crush.
Gotta go AFK for a sec.
No problem.
Orbital flight engaged.
I'll give you back your SRV bay though.
Alrighty. Thank you.
I'll check out your stream.
Let me know if you want to pop back in.
Yeah, okay.
Telepresence crew member disconnected.
This is so damn pretty. Upside down glide engaged. Pumpkins!
Landing gear deployed.
Pumpkin patch. Why can't... Oh, I know why.
Incoming message. Drive assist on. Low gravity warning. Drive assist off. Handbrake is on.
It's reminding me of No Man's Sky right now.
Cargo scoop deployed. Cargo scoop retracted. 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 Cargo scoop deployed. Cargo scoop retracted.
We'll go there. Ah, you.
Landing gear retracted. Frame shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Frame shift drive charging.
Goodbye, really pretty city. A system, I mean. Actually, let me do this first. 'Cause it's just freaking amazing.
Frame shift drive charging. Frame shift drive charging. Ready to engage. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Okay.
Warning, temperature critical. System scan complete. disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. System scan complete.
Another dud.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think I'm starting to leave the nebula, but it's still... Oh, it's just a chain of stars. Elysian Shore.
3, 2, 1, engage. System scan complete.
Another black hole over there. Actually, this might be easier. Are you there? That's a lot of fucking asteroid belts around a black hole. I'm afraid I probably wouldn't be able to see much of that black hole if I got there, though. There's nothing really to overlap it with.
I just wondered if maybe that first landable planet on that big blue gas giant, you might have been able to see it in the distance through the asteroid belt, but yeah, if that's too far for you to get to.
It's doable, but I'd be in Super Cruise for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But that system, oh my god, that was so pretty! The gas giant with those pristine rings.
Mm-hmm.
Candy planet.
Did you give Aiden your YouTube link?
Yeah. He actually, I think, found me via that originally. purple from here. It's white before, but it's purple from here.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Like, I was getting some serious No Man's Sky vibes, but like in a good way.
Yeah. All those crazy colors.
Only made even more crazy because the rest of the game is, by design, a little bit bland.
System scan
Mhm.
complete.
Oh, and of course, Newegg took forever to hand over my hotels to UPS, so now the scheduled delivery has been changed to Thursday.
Frameshift drive
So from
charging.
Monday to Thursday, wonderful. That's just a small delay.
Yeah. Well, if I don't know if this is Newegg's fault or if it's UPS's fault, but if it had been actually picked up by UPS back when the label was created, which was 4 days ago, then it would have made sense. But apparently, it took them 4 days to either hand it over or pick it up. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's UPS or Newegg, but yeah.
Because usually Newegg is very quick about shipping things to me. Like, often it'll get here before they told me it'll be here.
Yeah. Oh, and they are usually pretty good in the Canadian version too, but they have a COVID-19 disclaimer that says some shipments may take longer than normal and blah blah blah. So like I said, I don't know if it's Newegg or UPS's fault.
These systems are so close together. My navigation system doesn't want me to select them. It just doesn't want to work.
Frameshift drive charging.
But TIL, you can get within 53 kilometers of a black hole, and then the game tells you, nope, you're not getting any closer.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I was like, my thrusters are going the wrong way. What's going on here? Which is ironic that makes them safer than pretty much every other star type.
Well, to be fair, if it was realistic, you basically wouldn't even be able to get within an appropriate viewing distance because it would suck you in and you'd die.
Yes, well, all the same. What kind of star is that? That is a T-Tauri. Huh? As you can see, I'm slowly working my way through the entire cluster.
Mm-hmm.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Well, I haven't stopped for gas since I left that station. I've barely scratched my gas tank. Okay, there's the planets here. Landable planets. Oh wow, that is really fucking close. It's close, but somehow I doubt it's gonna give a really good view of anything. Although that is still pretty fucking big in the sky, the sun.
Downside to going back to glasses with super oral headset is it makes them dig into the side of my head.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Surface scan complete.
Geologicals. Oh, it's not giving me accurate positions yet.
Orbital flight engaged.
Splotches of green on this planet.
Funky.
Oh, 1.14 G. This is actually a high G planet. Interesting. Well, high-ish G.
Huh.
Okay, so just to be a little bit careful. It's not like it's 2 Gs or anything like that, but it's enough to make it a little bit finicky.
Enough to make your rocket jets hurt more than hop jets?
Mm.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Enough that I'm using an alternative method of lowering my altitude. Now that's pod racing.
On a high-G planet, those collisions would hurt.
Cannot comply. Frame shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I think I just about explored the nebula itself. There's like 1 or 2 suns that systems I haven't checked out yet, but it's basically done.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Everything's already been mapped here. Alright, if I can fuel up on the sun, I'm gonna fuel up on the sun. I have another destination I'd like to get to. Though I have to see how far away it is.
Warning, temperature critical.
Is that other nebula you were talking about?
Oh, right, I have to change this. Only 22 jumps to go that fucking far. That's awesome. To the Iris Nebula.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Wait. That hasn't been mapped yet.
Two of them have. One of them hasn't.
It's a little far though.
Frameshift drive charging.
I want to find a system that hasn't been mapped at all by anyone, or even like scanned. I brought the equipment for it. I would like to scan the system down, you know?
Four, three,
Mm-hmm.
two, one, engage.
Blast.
Mapping complete. Frameshift
This thing
drive
just
charging.
gasses up in a heartbeat. It's crazy. I mean, it's got a undersized gas tank, so that the full tank doesn't erode to its jump range as much. But because of its gigantic fuel scoop, it just regasses in no time.
Ah, yes, that would make sense.
First discovered by Wiggler. Is that an Earth-like? I better scan that then. This is actually a very valuable system. It's got a lot of water worlds. It's got a couple of water worlds. It has an Earth-like. It has lots of metal rich. This is actually worth a lot of money.
Nice.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging. scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Warning, temperature critical.
Hot, 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 hot.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
Zeus is becoming lovey in his old age. He decided after my shower the other day to paw at me to be picked up. He hadn't done that in
Warning,
like over a year.
temperature critical.
Good old kitty.
But sometimes he paws at the vanity to be picked up and put on there for a drink of water from the sink.
Mhm.
But when I stepped back to see if he wanted up to the sink, nope. He looked at me specifically. He wanted to be picked up, which I thought was adorable. It's like, oh my god, you haven't wanted to be picked up in like over a year. So, okay. And I picked him up and he purred and did needy paws on my shoulder. It was so cute.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I kind of hate how people think cats are all loners and aloof. Nah, they're not aloof and they're not loners as long as they like you.
Anyone who claims they don't like cats hasn't met the right cat.
Yes. "28 bodies, okay. But I think this has been discovered already. Yep.
Like Harry, my partner, he claimed he didn't like cats, and then after spending time with me and my cat, now he loves my kitty, and he's like, I never thought I would ever like a cat.
This is interesting. This entire string of planets has not been scanned. Like, mapped. I mean, they've been discovered, but they weren't mapped. Some of it was, some of it wasn't. I'm not going to do the whole system, but I'm going to do that string. Because some of them have been, but it's like someone took their time to do part of it, but not all of it. And this is really weird. It's like, you went that far, you skipped over those. Why the fuck?
Maybe depending on their entrance vector, they couldn't scan some of them because the planet was in the way or the sun was in the way or something.
Well, no, the type of mapping, you actually have to get up to it. You have to physically fly up to it and then scan, probe it.
Oh, with the probes, yeah.
Well, that's a pretty gas giant.
System scan complete.
Okay, completed the system scan. But now I need to actually map these planets. 6 planets. Actually, you know what? No. I have a long way to go. And doing what I did is probably enough to get me some money. Anyways.
Frameshift drive charging.
Exploration data. My goal is to get closer to elite rank on exploration.
Ah,
4.
The ice mining, the low temperature diamonds mining, that got me to elite merchant in no time flat. But the other stuff, it's gonna take time. Although the trip that I did before got me most of the way to elite on exploration.
yeah, I find the weird disparity between the rankings kind of interesting.
In the case of exploration and exploration and what's it called? The merchant one.
Fuel scooping.
It's based on how much money you've earned via by selling data or by selling things in general. In the case of combat, it's
Fuel scooping complete.
just based on
Warning,
combat,
temperature
really,
critical.
and that's dependent on also the skill level of what you're fighting. Like if you fight elites, you'll gain levels faster. If you have a crew member, they'll take 50% of your combat experience. If you deactivate your crew member, put them on standby, and don't put them on your ship, you get 100% of that
Frameshift
experience.
drive charging.
But I think you need 1 billion in credits worth from exploration and 1 billion of credit worth from trade to be elite in either of those.
4,
Ah,
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Also, someone did the math. Like 1 credit is the equivalent of roughly $50 US. So commanders are rich. They're fucking loaded.
yeah.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Neutron star. Oh, I like me a neutron star.
Nice.
The jump range on the ship is like 300 light years when I hit a neutron. It's like, yes!
Sweet.
Take a big chunk of the trip off right there. There's planets here? Yeah, but nothing I can land on.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
I'd wager that the best view of the Iris Nebula is actually not going to be from the planet, sorry, the system inside the Iris Nebula, but the one just next to it. But I'll check both.
Mm-hmm.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping.
Weird looking system.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Toasty, toasty dashboard.
Four, three, two,
That's how I cook my popcorn.
engage.
Just kind of toss the seeds everywhere and let it pop on its own.
Not a whole lot of surface area on the dashboard for that, though.
Neutron star. I didn't even realize I was going to a neutron system. There's planets here? Kind of far away from the neutron, though. It'll be really cool looking. That's a shame.
Very active neutron.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
That's weird. It's only taking me 113 light years. I could do double that. Huh.
4, 3,
Almost triple.
1.
Didn't we establish that the auto routing doesn't take into account the boosts from the Neutrons?
No, it does. Definitely does. Because it's been routing me with like 200 light year jumps. But I can't do otherwise. Even that I couldn't do without jumping through a neutron.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I'm wondering if my next trip should be to Colonia. It's like right by the center of the galaxy,
4,
in Sagittarius A.
2, 1.
What?
I said, sounds like a trip.
22,000 light years.
Yeah.
Even with the neutron highway, it's gonna take like 8 hours to get there.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
If you really want to encounter the chance of an unmapped something or another, you're probably just going to have to pick a sort of nondescript section of space and go. Because if you pick something like that, you're not going to encounter
Oh,
much
of
that
course,
doesn't
of
happen.
course. But there's so many stars between here and there that you'd expect to run across something that's unmapped, you know? Especially since it routes depending on your ship's jump range and what filters you put on there. Even 1 light year's difference on the ship build would give you a different routing.
True. But, I mean, how cool would it be if you had an entire system that was not only discovered by you, but entirely mapped by you? The whole thing just had only your name on it.
That's exactly what I'm hoping to find.
Yeah, but that's my point, is you
I'm
might
far
have
more
to
likely
be
to go
doing
out there,
off the beaten path.
Fuel scoop
Oh, for
disengaged.
sure. Far more likely to find it if I go somewhere random, but I should still be able to find something on this route. Hell, I found an uncharted set of planets like 2 jumps away from McKellar. In the bubble. Where there are stations. People didn't chart that. Like, I mean, they've been there, but they didn't map it.
3, 2,
Like, what? I only realized that when I I turned it in and said, "You are the first to discover." Wait a second.
That's strange.
But it goes to show you, there's just so many fucking stars.
system scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Yeah, I need gas. Oh no, whatever shall I do? I will never have enough fuel, and I'm almost done fueling.
Warning, temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
I do want to go to the Coal Stack Nebula. It's not going to be pretty, but I'm curious. It doesn't seem that far away, considering.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive
As long as
charging.
it doesn't have to do with that other coal that shall not be named.
The Rage.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Damn, of course, Head Nebula.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
We're in the Iris sector already. Oh, 2 jumps. Neat. It actually should be
Fuel
visible
scooping
then.
complete. Warning, temperature critical.
Oh, I bet that's it right there. You'll see in the stream, I'm pointing right at it in a second.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping.
SFE? SFE.
Fuel scooping complete.
This.
Acify?
SFE. Okay, let's see. I am curious where SFI, SFE, whatever it is. Wait, it was... White Yellow Star. Wonder why it has a specific name. Change the course.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
don't expect these planets not to be identified. It's right by the damn nebula. Which I can't clearly see because you're so fucking bright. The colors, Duke. The colors. Well, that looks like a hospitable place to live.
Looks like the planet of the Sith.
Mustafa. Might be worth to check that out because it's got the backdrop of the nebula behind it. Oh, but it's far and it's not very bright here either.
Frameshift drive
To
charging.
the core.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. System scan complete.
Really? There's literally nothing here. That's actually quite a bit of a letdown. Not one damn thing. Just out of curiosity, how far out are they? 21,000. This is, by the way, roughly the Colonia area. You'll see in a sec. Boom.
There's that other bright blue nebula down below. What is that? Can we get to that, or is it just part of the skybox?
Bright blue nebula down below?
Yeah, you spun around. It's the other way. Put the Dryode Orange Nebula on your left. Nope. Now you're going back towards the center. There, you're kind of sort of pointed at it.
Oh, the poof in the bottom? Yeah, I think that's just part of the
Yeah.
skybox.
Mm. I'm curious if there are any blue nebulas that you can visit, because I think most of the nebulas you've been to are red or orange or pink.
I mean, no, there's another Veil Nebula. What is it taking? Oh, that's east. Okay, cool. How far is east one? 1,000 light years away. Well, Veil Nebula west was blue. The one that I went to I'm in now has some blue bits in it. But for some reason you can't see it, and I don't know why.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like the cat's eye, which you
It's
can
just,
fudge your way
oh
to,
yeah.
that's like blue and green, like just solid blue and green. Because those are evidently far more rare than these weird red ones.
Yeah, I saw one, but I have no idea how far out it is. Is that it? No. Is it close to where it was? No. Ah, bubble sector. It looks so cool. But it's 5,000 plus light years out from where I am. There's not that many stars there, but it probably looks sick in there.
Problem with blue and the fact that it is so rare to find in nature means that it's hard to find.
No shit. I wonder if there's any other nebula here on the way. Really isn't anything on the way. So, I guess it's just back to... ...24 jumps back. To go all that fucking way. That's insane.
Did you bookmark Planet Candy Crush?
I did. I was about to jump out, and then I decided to bookmark that shit.
charging.
Like that was just fucking gorgeous. I think that was the prettiest system I've been in as of yet. Between that gas giant and with those amazing rings,
Mm-hmm.
that really surprised
Nice,
me.
like foggy purple rings were absolutely gorgeous.
And what surprised me is it was metal. It wasn't ice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you didn't scan it with your content scanner, but I wonder if there's some sort of metallic hotspot in there.
Oh, I scanned the hotspots on there. There were some. There were quite a few because it was huge,
Mhm.
but
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frame shift drive
not
charging.
nothing I
Nothing
could
too useful.
harvest. You could make some money, but the problem is that so far out, there's no sense in it. Besides which, you need specialized mining tools to do any further research into that. I'm not prospecting,
Yeah.
but I basically knew where what the resource deposits kind of looked like based on the scan, and where they were located-ish. So that's enough for me.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frame shift drive charging.
If it shows more than just the sun, when it says there's multiple bodies there, I know it's already been scanned by someone, so I'm just gonna keep on moving.
Mhm.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Warning, temperature critical. Frame shift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
The heatsink launcher. After you use it, would it detrimentally affect your heat purging capability afterwards?
No, it's like an external heat shunt as opposed to a integrated heatsink.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, it's not like it's an integrated heatsink. Those are actually on your ship already. On the crate series, it's
Yeah,
there
no,
and up
I
there.
understand. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something like in MWO where if you lose a component with heat sinks in it, it affects
Oh
your
no
heat
no.
purging capability.
But what does
Drive
it is a
charging.
consumable. I think it has multiple charges. I'm not sure, and
Mm,
it'll rapidly decrease your heat. It also will temporarily knock you off the enemy radar, and all they can target is the heat sink because it's so damn hot, which is really kind of
yeah,
cool.
yeah, no, it's neat. I saw some of the pirates using those when we were fighting them in the Hazras before. You'd see them drop off, and then they'd turn into a white target, but you couldn't select them until they heated back up again.
Just a good way to knock off target locks real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Dark region. That doesn't sound ominous at all.
System scan complete.
It's very bright for the dark region.
Fuel
Oh, that's the next jump.
Oh, I see.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Here's a hypothetical for you.
3, 2.
What if you woke up one day and you had one of these ships? What would you do?
Had like an exploration ship like that?
Any of these ships. Any of the ships from this game. What would you do?
So I just woke up one day instead of in my bed out in some fucking space station somewhere, or what?
In a ship in space. In the Sol system, but in a ship in space.
Somehow knowing how to pilot it, of course.
Complete.
Well, if you don't know how to fly your ship, you're fucked, I guess. But
Because, I mean, if I just wake up one day in the ship, you know, here's to hoping that that waking also includes the
knowledge and how to fly it.
it.
So yes,
But-
let's assume that much
Yeah.
too.
Okay, provided I have the knowledge to fly it, I would explore. Like, I would go see space, stars, the nebulas that I've been looking at in pictures since I was a child. You know, I'd go look at things. Like, when I try to play Elite, it's not that I want to play it as a PvP to fight things. It's not that I want to play it to mine. I want to play it to go just fly around space. Like, ultimately, my goal is to get something with a ridiculous jump range and just go puddle around stars for a while.
hmm
Fuel scooping complete.
You may want, by the way, they get to work on getting the Anaconda then. It has the single largest jump range. It handles like a sack of wet rocks, but
Frameshift drive charging.
it's one of the bigger ships in the game. You saw it. You've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've just
What's-
never piloted one.
Yeah, apparently they handle like crap, and but they have up to 80 light years or so when fully engineered, unladen. Which means it's not realistically going to have 80 light years, but you could get up to 80 light years unladen on the ship. That said, a Crate Phantom is a fantastic exploration ship, like this one.
Fuel scooping.
It's got one of the it's got the second highest jump range potential,
Mm-hmm.
and the third highest jump range is
Temperature critical.
I'm not sure if it's the wait. Bah. Wait, how many? 2. I'm not sure if it's the Diamondback Explorer or the Asp Explorer. I think the Diamondback Explorer might eke out a little bit more than the Asp Explorer, but it has a lot of sacrifices in doing so. So the Asp Explorer is actually a very good exploration ship. You can get 70 light years unladen on that as well.
2, 1. Engage.
Nice. I do, thus far, like the look of your Crate Phantom.
Like as far as what it's doing.
Yeah, like how the cockpit looks, how it handles, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the important things.
Keeping in mind, my ships are engineered somewhat. We got to get some engineering, because as soon as you do, it changes everything about the ships in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, it takes it from being, well, you can tell it's a medium ship, but it handles pretty well, to, ha, I'm a fighter.
Frameshift drive charging.
And then the power supplies, like my Mark II, I can literally boost forever. It will not run out of power. It will just keep boosting. Boost, boost, boost. And I'm sitting here going 525 just continuously. I'm gonna break the fucking button off before the ship stops boosting. Maybe make my ears bleed a little bit from the vroom.
Fuel scooping.
That's a lot of freaking uncharted planets.
Warning, temperature critical. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
This is so much faster than when I took my Mark II out, though. Like, holy crap, this is so much faster.
Yeah.
Like, it feels faster than just double the speed.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Well, taking into
Frameshift
account
drive
the
charging.
average jump range is not necessarily your full possible jump range. You know, you're jumping a small amount in the Mark II, and you're jumping an even
Four,
larger ratio above that. Usually, right? Like, it's just the
Mm-hmm.
math of the allowable jumps.
It opens up your range and makes for more direct flights, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
fuel scooping.
31 fucking planets, damn. Oh, look, they're all ringed. Oh, one's not.
Fuel
Nobody
scoop
likes you.
complete.
You're Planet Steve now. Nobody likes you, Planet Steve. You don't have rings.
Frameshift drive charging.
Not to be confused with Planet Bob. Because that was a very good fucking movie.
4,
Like, animation-wise, it was beautifully animated.
1. Engage.
I'm not sure I know which movie you're talking about.
Really? Fuck. I'm gonna have to look it up now. Or Google Planet Bob. I'm sure you're gonna find it right away. Like, the animation on it was... Yes, the animation was, like, really smooth. Like, high quality shit.
Fuel scooping complete. Warning, temperature critical.
And I remember seeing trailers for it,
Frameshift
but I can't
drive
remember if I've
charging.
actually watched it or not.
I say give it a watch. If you don't have it, you might as well throw it on your Plex or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure I can find it.
I'm almost positive it was an independent company too. It wasn't like it was Disney or Pixar or anything like that. I think they were their own thing, which makes it even more impressive.
Directed by Don Bluth and Gary Oldman. Or, sorry, Gary Goldman. But Don Bluth was quite well known. Like, he did a lot of big movies. Because Don Bluth did, like, the Fievel, the Secret of Nim.
No wonder why the animation was so smooth. I remember Fievel.
Yeah. Don Bluth was a very, very, very good animated movie director.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I'll have to go find it.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Warning, temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping.
Wait, signal source. Signal source? That's weird.
Pry, is your Hutas a Thrustmaster or Logitech?
Logitech. Also, I didn't tell you this, but I ended up reinstalling the software because I wasn't able to input the dead zones I needed, and miraculously the buttons worked,
Huzzah!
except for the one that hasn't worked for who knows how long. Certainly, I don't remember it working, but whatever. The good news is there's so many buttons on there I don't really need it, although it would be nice to have.
I was just curious because the Thrustmaster software for the one I've ordered is apparently optional, but I was just wondering if you had any input on it. But if yours isn't, then you wouldn't know.
I'll tell you, if it's anything like the software for the Cytec, the Logitech, I guess it's a Cytec. It's really complicated looking. It's not particularly intuitive because it's like an Excel sheet, but you can create profiles and save them to the system, so that. But I mean, if you bind the keys directly in the game, then you don't need to do that.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm gonna debate on when I get it. Like,
System
because
scan
if,
complete.
from what I've been able to see, is that it works sort of like the G600 software, where you can actually set keys
Frameshift drive
linked to the
charging.
buttons, and it will store it inside the HOTAS itself.
Mhm.
like it'll store it in the hotel's internal memory. You can actually change what buttons are keyed to which keystroke, and even when you unplug it, it'll retain that memory. So I was debating whether to do it that way or to just change it in game. So I don't know. I might have to
I would check and see if the game recognizes it and it takes the controls correctly directly. If it does, then you don't have to do anything with the software. I mean, I would still install it just so you can make sure it has the right drivers. But otherwise, eh.
Yeah, well, do plan on trying it just without making any changes first, just to make sure that it is seen and recognized. But I'm curious as to what the default setup of the keys are, like which buttons are where, because I mean, there's 12 buttons on top of the actual access controls on this thing, and it's like, well, what the hell do all 12 of them do? You know, I'm kind of curious as to see what the
Mhm.
default profile is.
Too fast, too fast, too fast, too fast, too fast. Too fast, too fast, too fast, too fast, too fast. Oh, planet is on fire. Too fast, too fast.
Loop of shame.
It's not a fully upgraded sensor suite, but I've increased the radius in which they scan. So I wonder if 4 is enough to cover assist. Oh yeah. Oh shit, that's more than enough.
Surface scanned by
Damn.
50%.
Okay. It said 6 is the target. I think 4 was enough.
Scan complete.
So I'm the first to scan that, and it was an efficient scan. And I want to scan this. Not because I would be the first one, but because it has a ring. It's a ringed landable planet. Those are not common.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I should take this one and get those sensors boosted. My Mark II actually has a fully upgraded sensor suite, which is kind of hilarious. This is, it's true multi-purpose ship now. You can do exploration as long as it's not too far out. It can land on planets. It can fast, fast, fast. Fuck. Okay, no, not too fast. Wow, I thought the other one was in fire, but look at that one. Jesus, it's lava. I want to take a screenshot of that planet. That's fucking Mustafar right there. Wow.
It's Niflheim.
Niflheim?
Niflheim. Viking legend planet of fire.
Look at that. It's all fucking lava. Wow. And it looks like it glows. The dark side actually has illumination.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Niflheim. They call it a planet of mist, but it's a location which
Surface
sometimes
scan
overlaps with the notions of Niflhel and Hell. So, it sounds appropriate to me. Although they say this one is primarily a realm of ice and cold, which doesn't make any sense because that's Jotunheim. Jotunheim was the realm of ice and cold.
Yeah, it does glow. Oh man, I wish we could land on that. That would look fucking amazing. Can you imagine flying through that lava hell?
Except you would attempt to land and your ship would blow up.
I mean, the ship can handle re-entry, presumably.
Re-entry, but you still can't get within the exclusion zone of a sun, which
Sun is
is
ridiculously...
ridiculously hot.
Yeah, but that's a
But
planet. It's
but
lava.
the exclusion zone isn't as hot as the surface, right? The exclusion zone is just the heat radiating from the surface.
Well, don't forget
So if
that
you
the,
tried to
the
land
corona of
on
the
the surface,
sun...
it is molten rock. I don't
Well,
care how well
the
shielded your ship is. Molten rock will melt metal.
corrosion... I mean, remember, the corona is actually hotter than the surface of the sun. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense. The fact that you're able to hang out, like, right by the sun and not melt the ship as it is testament to how fucking amazing whatever is causing it to cool off. Because in space, you can't dump heat.
But that's why you have the exclusion zone, because it keeps you out of the corona. You're not floating around in the hottest part. The exclusion zone is the corona.
Ooh, that's neat looking. Let me send a picture of this to him. It's another place for him to explore. He wants to make a video, another video, so...
Mm-hmm.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete. Surface scan complete. Orbital flight engaged.
Whoa, 2 Gs. 2 Gs. Oh shit. I just realized that gravity here is not light. More power to the engines. Okay, we're at 2 Gs now. 2.01. Yeah, this is high G. This is real high G. I mean, the highest G recorded, I believe, is 9.7. But this is probably about the highest G I've dealt with. So this will be fun.
You've never driven around on something this high before?
I don't believe so. I don't know if I'll drive on it, but I'm definitely going to land on it. .06 G. Okay. It feels under control right now.
Control is good.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Okay. Silicate magma lava spout. Okay, minimal power to engine so that I don't overthrust. That has got to be the ugliest Rambo I've ever seen. Not the button I wanted to hit. Ah. Well, that hurt, but it could have hurt a lot more.
Flight assist on. Flight assist on.
Paint's already starting to chip. Oh, that's cool. Important access point. I never noticed that before. There's a door there. There's like an airlock door right there. I never noticed that. I don't think the Mark II has that. Huh. It's not the SRV bay, but the cargo bay.
Is that your cargo scoop?
Uh-huh.
Cannot comply. Frame shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Frame shift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. scooping. Warning, temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete. Frame shift drive charging.
Only 5 jumps to go.
That's not so bad.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frame shift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Wait, I can't scoop from this. Why is this on my list of things?
You made your list.
Mapped by anger management? But let me see my list here, because that doesn't make sense. It's not a scoopable star. Why?
I just had a funny thought.
Hmm?
My commander name, instead of going with Flareheart, I should have gone with something like Angry Dust Bunny. Because then, you know, mapped by Angry Dust Bunny, or killed by Angry Dust Bunny.
Frame shift drive charging.
Low security, which means it's populated. I'm about to enter the bubble again.
Four, three, two, one, engage. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Frameshift drive
Either
charging.
A, fuck with the white dwarf, or B, don't.
B is probably the safer option.
As the heat spikes through their fucking roof, because fucking white dwarf. And their absolutely fucking ginormous exclusion zones.
Yeah.
Warning. Taking heat damage. Fuel scooping. Warning. Taking heat damage. Fuel scoop disengaged.
I don't think I earned that much on this trip, but it'll be curious to see how much I did.
I mean, you did have that one really good system with a bunch of the water worlds and the earth light.
Mm-hmm. And I did discover a few creatures in places that they shouldn't have been, or hadn't been discovered in before, so maybe that'll factor in.
Yeah, because you confirmed those pumpkin plants, and because in the sort of codex you were in, it showed that they had been reported but not confirmed, and your confirmation was the only one, so that should be worth a fair bit.
That, and they were reported in a completely different star system. They weren't reported in that location, they were reported somewhere else. Just in that sector, but not in that star system.
Delacey, Papa, Alpha, Romeo. Welcome to this federal facility. Please observe all standard docking procedures. Authorization cleared. Proceed to landing pad 38.
Landing gear deployed.
Contact. Power down
Hull
system.
repaired.
Paintwork, 87%. Universal cartographics. Let's see. Four. 4.8 million on this page. Is there another page? Yeah. Okay, so 4.8 million. I already made 800,000, so let's say 5.5 million so far. 7 million. And okay then. It didn't give me anything special. Alrighty then. I went up about 8% on my Explorer rank. So 1% per 1 million earned, more or less.
Yeah, well, for this rank,
Mm-hmm.
how many ranks does it take to get to top?
Exploration ranks. Da, 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 da. I am Ranger now. Ranger is okay. Having made 35 million credits. Pioneer is 116 million credits. And Elite is 320 million credits. All right. Long flight is long.
Yep. Are you done?
I think I am. I'm just going to switch back to my wonderful Mark II. The Phantom is a really nice ship and a really good tool, but the Mark II is my home ship. It goes the pew pews, it flies around, and it can literally do anything I ask of it. Like, you want it to go exploring, you can explore. You want to go combat, you can do combat. You want to go mining on the ground, you can go mining on the ground. The only thing it doesn't do is mine in space because I don't want it to.
Yeah, I mean, but it could be fitted too.
It could be fitted to, yes.
Yes, it is amazingly versatile, which is why, even though it might not handle the best, I still want one.
Wait until you get those upgrades. We gotta unlock your engineers. The first thing we should probably do is Farseer. And you're gonna have to get parts, so you're gonna have to start collecting shit from Battlegrounds.
Well, I was collecting the mission rewards, but yeah, I'll probably have to start picking up salvage.
Mm-hmm. The good news is the Crate series is probably the easiest fucking ship to salvage with, like they use the cargo scoop for, because it's just underneath the cockpit, and the cockpit's at the bottom of the ship, and it's glass, so you basically can see what you're going to salvage and guide it in easy, as opposed to having a ship between you and that.
Yeah.
And the single worst fucking design for cargo scoops is this asshole right here, the Python, because the cockpit is right in the front, and the cargo scoop is way the fuck in the back underneath. You can't see shit. Like, who designed that? It makes me angry. That is not how you design a fucking ship.
It's made by the same people that made the Crate, isn't it? It's still a DeLacy.
Yes, but they learned their lesson, I hope. And people love the fucking Python. Like, what the shit? It sounds like it's gonna fall apart every time you try to hit the thrusters.
Well, it is a 600-year-old model.
But it's not a 600-year-old ship. It's a new ship that happens to be a 600-year-old model. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream right here before I lose my shit about the fucking Python. Back to McKellar.